Hey, Gemini. I'm Tasha, otherwise known as Mama Gem, otherwise known as Gem the Butterfly. If this is your Gemini November 2015 monthly tarot scope reading, this is going to apply for all sun, moon, and rising signs. This is my first video for my Geminis, for everybody, and I'm suggesting to everybody to check out my introduction video so you can get to know a little bit about me and my reading style. I can get a little worked up sometimes. I say a little things that I may not need to be saying, but whatever. I get my messages how I get them, and I feel like if these messages resonate with you, then you're a part of my tribe. If you understand what I'm saying. So, I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to present myself in a negative way. Just sometimes things come out the way they need to come out. I don't try to hold back any little, I'm going to just say how I feel. Yes? Huh? I don't have a plug-in. Excuse me, y'all. You gonna plug it into the computer? Huh? Okay. Hold on, Gemini. All right. Sorry about that. Had to take the babies, they stuck. All right. So let's tune in for Gemini. I'm just using the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, and I'm going to be using the playing cards for some advice. Just bear with me 1 second with Gemini. November 2015. Got cards that are just not wanting to cooperate. I do shuffle online. I don't know how that's going to work in the future, but for right now, I will do it. You can see the cards. I will do it. I don't read in reverse. So if I get a card in reverse, it will be switched upside down, right side up rather. So just give me a second. Gemini. See. Yeah. Got some things going on this month, Gemini. I'm doing 2 cards across the top for the general energy, and then I'm doing 10 cards for my story for the month, what's going to be going on. And we will do 4 playing cards for just some advice. Just a little bit of advice, baby. Yeah. Dealing with me, I just do random stuff like that. So if there's going to be a problem, I don't know what to tell you. What is that hanging? Something hanging. Is that something hanging? Oh, that, Lord. Child, that's my earring, baby. It's my ear ball. Jesus. Let's see, Gemini. What's some advice for Gemini? Yeah. Gemini, and I am a Gemini, I must say. So I'm excited to see what this says for me too. It's a lot of folks in this here thing, child. Ooh, let me see now. Give me a minute. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting on like this little baby chair. And honey, it ain't working. Hold on. Let me see here. What we got? Ooh, what love song? You better answer. Don't let it get away too many times. All right. This is what I have to say. I hear a child. What did I tell you? Can I help you? Yes. I'm doing a video reading right now. I know. Give me about 30 minutes. Noelle, I'm on camera. I love you. Is something wrong? Thanks, babe. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Straight off the bat, what I feel like is this is about you. Definitely. The King of Swords. And you are the sword here with my Geminis, Aquarius, and Libras. So this is you. Something again. This just came up in one of my other cards. So I in one of my other reasons. I think it was Taurus that something's coming to an end here, and but what? That's what I need to find out about you. Something's coming to an end in your life, and I'm not really sure what that is right now. Because again, you have the Fool card too, right here. So let me just go through the cards. You have the King of Swords as your general energy, and the World card. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's just talk about the cards. You have the Queen of Wands, the Six of Wands, Justice. Easy. Justice. The Eight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Oh, I get what this is. Okay, never mind. I'm getting it. Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Le Fool. Knight of Wands. Eight of Wands as an outcome, near the outcome. A lot of wands. 1, 2, 3, 4 wands here. Actually 6 if you count what's in this advice. Advice is the 10 of cups or the 10 of hearts. Ace of Wands or the Ace of Clubs. 6 of Cups or the 6 of Hearts. And the King of Wands. So this is what, as I started to call the cards out, well, this is what came to me. The overall energy for my Geminis November 2015 is what's coming to an end is how you think about yourself. Okay. Swords can be very analytical. and very rational and very logical, very, very straight to the point a lot of times. And almost to the point of OCD, I see with some people. I'm a Gemini. So yeah, I'm not a neat freak, but I'm very OCD about certain things. So what I feel like that part of I always kind of see them as being real, almost a little guarded in their approach. Maybe a little they may seem a little unapproachable. That's not to mean that they're not approachable. If you approach them, they're just going to give you but with them, before you come to them, you're not going to be coming with no mess. And maybe people may see you a little cold. People may just see you a little cold, a little detached, a little heartless. But that side of you, I feel you, it's like a softening is what I feel is going to be coming in, like a little smoothing over for my Geminis this month. Um, they're going to be seeing some ways of how they can make some things right, because you do have the Justice card here. Making things more even kill. Maybe you've been looking at your world in general, like the people in your world, and maybe how you've kind of shut them off. I can definitely attest to that. I'm guilty of that. I will shut you out, not meaning to, but I have a way about myself that if you don't really know how to take me, I'll probably shut you out. So and that kind of re solidifies what I'm saying here with this Queen of Wands and this ego card, this Six of Wands. I feel like that's not truly how you feel, and that's not how you really want to come off, you know. But you may just be coming off as that. I feel like you would want to come off as this person who feels victorious and confident. And this king, not to say that this King of Swords is not confident, but they're kind of like a stick in the mud. Honestly, in this reading, I feel like they're kind of like a stick in the mud, and they keep themselves in the tight control. And this is like the party person here. This is celebration, and I feel like that's where you're trying to get back to. Because it's ironic to me that you have the Queen of Wands here, and the Six of Wands on this left side of this Justice card, and then you have two swords here. You have the Eight of Swords, and that's talking about feeling trapped. It's just feeling mentally trapped, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like you see this. This is how this works for you. Um, what has probably been the usual for you was this world. You had this circular way of thinking, that you I feel like you beat yourself up, is what I feel like. You beat yourself up with this card, with past guilts or whatever. I see these things as guilt, and it's keeping you from moving forward. It's keeping you from moving forward. And I do see that in the past that you have tried to you tried to conquer this battle before. You've tried to conquer this battle before, but I feel like it just wasn't time. It wasn't time to conquer those battles at that time. And you kept almost like you kept your intentions were good. This knight's intention is good, but if you see he's heading back to the left, he's heading back to the past. So he's not heading forward. You know what I mean? So it's like he's bumping his head. And the horse is even looking at him again like, why do we keep going this way? Why you are charging forward? Why do we keep doing this? And he's charging back forward to the same way of thinking. This same way of thinking, this trapped way of thinking. I'm sorry, guys, I had a car to fall. But yeah, and that's where this need for justice is coming up here. This is bringing things out of order with this King of Swords. I mentioned earlier about being a little OCD here. And that's what this justice is. And what's going to come is going to be a new perspective. You're going to be given a new perspective. Maybe by a pinnacle, a person who's a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, this person, younger. It could be a young, kids come out of their mouth with some of the crazy, some of the, not crazies, but some of the most profound things that we would never think that they would, you know, even grasp. But I don't know why we think that way. That's just like to say that the ancients had less knowledge than we do now, which is false, you know. But you're going to be given something, a new perspective here about how you can make life more victorious for you, because again, you do want to be this way. You want to be seen as the happy-go-lucky person, but for whatever reason right now, you're not being portrayed as that, and I feel like that's bothering you. I don't know why it's bothering you. It's kind of not a Gemini thing to worry about what people say about you, but I feel like this thing is bothering you. You want to make things right. You want to get things because you've worked hard. You've worked hard to get where you are right now. With this Nine of Pentacles, you work very hard to be the person you are at this point in time, and you don't feel balanced. You really don't feel balanced. And so whatever this is going to prompt you to jump out with this new perspective with the Fool card and the Page of Pentacles. Look at all that yellow. Everything is becoming illuminated for you. You're going to be jumping out. A little bit more confidently, too. Because you have the Knight of Wands here. You have the Knight of Wands here. And so I feel like there's a lot of energy. You're going to be jumping. And look at this card. Let's take a look at between this card, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. The biggest difference is with this Knight of Swords, this horse. Y'all see this horse? This horse is looking like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? This wand here, I feel like this is saying you're going to be making more smarter decisions. You're still a wand. I mean, you're still a knight. But how you're going in it, and see, wands move a little bit slower than swords. You're going to be putting, I feel like this is saying you're going to put a little bit more thought into your thought patterns, because that's right up under, this Knight of Wands is right up under your Eight of Swords. So I feel like it's telling you you're going to be jumping out and just trying something a little different. If people say something to you, instead of coming at them with this sword like how we do sometimes, our little snappy little comments or whatever, you're going to think like, wait a minute, hold on. If I say this to her, it's going to probably hurt her feelings. Granted, it could be true. Granted, it could be true. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put, you still going to know what I'm saying here. You're still going to know what I'm saying and understand where I'm coming from, but I'm not going to say it in that type of manner. I feel like this is a very personal reading. I do. I feel like this is like a self-development time type of reading. This is one of those readings that this is going to be one of those months that you're going to be really looking at yourself and being pretty introspective and maybe a little bit of retrospective, because you do have the Six of Cups here as your advice. And I feel like what it's saying is, with all of these cards here, you have the Ten of Hearts, the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the King of Cups, is in order for you to get this balance back of, where you're trying to go. Because I feel like this is who you really want to have this type of energy as, this is the ultimate, what you're trying to get this energy as. Very, not necessarily flamboyant, but very sure of yourself. I feel like this is a confidence issue, what's going on here. A confidence in communication. This is an upright card, Eight of Wands. It's talking about information coming in fast. And yeah, I feel like you're going to be maybe even trying to make amends with people that you feel like you've done wrong. Trying to make peace with yourself. and venturing out. You're going to be venturing out on something new because something is coming to a complete end with this world card, but then you're stepping out new. And what I feel like these advice cards are telling you is it is telling you to jump out. Use this energy of this wand. Put it into action now while you got it. Because you don't like feeling this way. You don't like feeling like the Eight of Swords. You don't like feeling trapped. And understand it's just a feeling. You're not really trapped. Because look at this how this girl is tied up. You know what I'm saying? She tied up in blindfold like she can't get loose. All she got to do is this right here. Okay? You shake that thing a little bit, you can start to kind of wiggle a little bit to get that off. But she don't want to get it off. She doesn't want to get it off right now because she's not ready to face her demons and face her issues. And but this what this justice card is saying. You know what? You're gonna have to face some issues. You're gonna have to face some things. You're gonna have to, some karma's gonna have to be balanced in order for you to keep on and move on and do for you to feel this way, to feel all victorious and like you've done something and you feeling on top of the world. Some karma's gonna have to be balanced. And that may be some apologies may need to be coming in. Looking at other situations where you may have felt like you were right. Being willing to go back and look at it for a second time. And I feel like it's saying not being afraid to express how you feel too. If there's somebody you felt like you did wrong and you want to express some things to them, I feel like you're going to be doing that by the end of the month. You may be coming in with apologies to people sometimes. I wouldn't say not. I wouldn't just the ones that are way heavy on your heart, way heavy on your heart. Because you had good memories with this person, whoever this is, or these people. You had good memories with them. Y'all have traveled. Y'all went from the beginning of the suit to the end of the suit with this Ace of Clubs and this King of Clubs. Y'all been hanging for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been hanging for a minute. And whatever this is, if there was some situation for y'all know who I'm talking about. There's a situation you feel like you didn't present yourself in the right way. Or maybe you're just tired of being thought of this way. I don't know. You want to live more authentically to yourself. You're going to be going over a very deep transformational change. And I'm going to draw. These are the chakra wisdom oracle cards. I just feel like, because I said this is just single people in every card. So I feel like this is not a love thing. This is not a business thing. This is not an education thing. I feel like this is a you thing, Gemini. This is something that you're going to be sorting out within yourself. Because you got this justice here. And you're going to be the person making this move on your own. You got the Fool here too. And you're the one who's feeling this is your world. And we're talking about you. So I do feel like this is you that we're talking about right now. It's going to be a lot of just self-exploration this month in November. And you're going to come out good. Because I feel like the Eight of Wands is a very victorious card. In the fact that you have some, your messages will be received. And it's going to be received well. For whoever you have this message for. Some egotistical ways are going to have to come to an end. And you're seeing that. Let me just pull a Chakrism Oracle card. And this is going to help you with your spiritual growth. Because I feel like this is a spiritual thing for you guys this month. You're trying to get right. Trying to, get things in order. With this world card. This lady has, this is her world. This is your inner circle. She's in this circle and she has on no clothes. She's being very vulnerable. And that's what I feel like it's telling you, that you're going to be taking a real vulnerable look at your life and what it involves, you in it and the things outside of it. Look at this card. You know, we already established that the King of Swords is you, but she's in this circle and she's just hurt, you know, she's naked. She has nothing to hide. So I feel like she's going to be really looking at herself. Yeah, she's really looking at herself. You have all these little, yeah, I feel like these little symbols. These, you have a lion and a, look, a cow and an eagle. You have all of these things surrounding her. You know, these are external factors that's involved. She's going to be looking in and out and seeing how she has affected her world. You know, this is a deep time for y'all. So let me just and what I just feel like with this advice is just telling you is go back to basics. Go back to the things that used to make you happy. You know, I feel like right now you guys are not really happy with, and it may just be you're not happy with who you become. Like I never used to be this cold. I never, you know, I used to be pretty warm hearted, but I can't seem to get out of this circular way of thinking. So I do see y'all kind of traveling off to, you may be taking a vacation, you know, to help you get through this, or maybe feel like a vacation is going to be what you need to help you get through this. So let me just see what we got here. Yeah, acceptance. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me use my other hand. Acceptance. Yeah. And this card, first of all, this goes back to what I've been talking about. You know, these are very deep seated issues. This card represents from the root chakra, your very foundation. Is just what I was talking about. Um, these are some very deep rooted issues here that you have and that you're going to be working through them. And I feel like you're going to work through them. You may, and they're not going to be resolved by the end of the month, but you're going to be definitely, but I put it like this: the Gemini you are at the beginning of the month will not be the Gemini you are by the end of the month. Put it like that. Because you're learning to accept yourself. You know, you're learning how to accept yourself for who you are. You're becoming more balanced. You're going to become more balanced by the end of the month. Let me see what else I have here. Mm-mm. I'm trying to make it into a relationship. I just don't see this as a relationship thing. I just truly see this as this is a you thing this month, Gemini. It's gonna be a good thing though. Don't be afraid to do the work is what I keep hearing too. Like don't be afraid to really dig deep and look at some of these hardcore root chakra issues. So I'll tell my homegirl root chakra shit. Look at these root chakra. What are you fearing? What are you scared to abandon about yourself? Is what this is saying. Why can't you accept yourself for who you are? You know, it's telling you to let go all this guilt. Because I feel like these two cards right here is just a lot of guilt. Guilt over decisions that were probably made hastily. You know, and you just keeping yourself in this circular way of thinking that's just no good for you. And that's why you have this justice card here. It's telling you like, baby, listen, you need some balance up in your life. These scales are not balanced. So I'm going to give you this new perspective. I'm going to give you this, let you take it home, ponder on it. This is what the universe is going to do for you. Give you a new perspective on this thing. How can you change this for the better? It's almost like, you know, the pages represent children sometimes. And when you look in a traditional tarot deck, there's two little kids in this Six of Cups. I feel like it's telling you, I'm gonna take you back to basics, and we're gonna start this thing. We ain't gonna go all the way back because you can't be a child, kid again. But I'm gonna give you that type of mindset to see what you need to do to get this right, because you come too far. This nine of pentacles. This lady has worked hard to get where she is, and you've worked very hard. You know, I'm not saying that. You know, you are the king in this thing right now. You know, you at the top, but there's still some things that you just are not seeing, and there's something that's holding you back from this victory that you want. There's something holding you back, and it's what is holding you back is you and your what's holding you back is you and your thoughts, your lack of acceptance for yourself. So, um, but I feel like you're gonna be fine because you do have the Fool card here. So you do have a new beginning coming, but the beginning won't come until you start to accept and love yourself. So, and let me say this too: let happiness be your guide. Just saying. Let happiness be your guide. Happiness and youthfulness, longevity be your guide with this thing. Try not to look at the world so much from the eyes of an adult, like the King of Swords. Take a real jovial approach to it with this, this Six of Cups and this Ten of Hearts. It's just like happy, happy, happy. I feel a lot of y'all are just gonna be jumping out of there. And maybe this where this jumping out is coming from with this Fool card is that, you're just gonna make up your mind in order for me to get what I want, because the Fool is looking at this Nine of Pentacles. I'm gonna have to jump out there. And I'm going to change my speech. Boop. With this Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands. I have to change how I talk. So, yeah, that's it. It's a very good reading. I'm getting some chills over here for it because I believe that definitely by the end of the month, you guys are going to be seeing things a lot differently. So, um, don't beat yourself up this month. Understand this is just a part of the process. You're trying to elevate yourself. You're trying to vibrate a little higher. And you can't vibrate higher if you're keeping things on you. This guilt and this resentment is holding you down. I see this like my art in a sense that you're trying to get this balance, and this is throwing you off balance. So you're going to do it. You're going to do it. For those who excuse me, for those who are going through this, send me an email, like, share it, subscribe it, make a comment, check me out on IG. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Google Hangouts. I'm not on any of those things. I'm just on IG if y'all want to see me. So, yeah. Let me know if this resonates. I feel like this is going to be, I feel like this is just, even though it's a general reading, I feel like a lot of Geminis are going to be going through this. And they may not even be telling people how they're feeling about this. Because it's such, I just see there are no couples really. There's a couple in the Six of Cups, but there's no couple in here. I feel like this is just an individual thing that you guys are going to be setting your mind out on to work on. Because you see where it's been hindering you with this Eight of Swords. So, good luck. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.